You can read Trudy a lot into the various polls. There is a couple out since she's been elevated. They've got her slightly in front. What do you make of those numbers?
Yeah, it's always hard to know, isn't it, with polling. The Reuters Ipsos poll out this morning has her nose in front ahead of Trump in the two-way contest. I think interesting when it comes to you add RFK Jr. into that mix and she goes 4 points ahead of Trump, so outside that margin of error. Other polls, though, showing things are neck and neck in the national race. As we know, though, it's not about the national race. This is a state-by-state proposition, and it comes down to those crucial swing states. When we start to see more of those polls coming in the next week as to where things are at, that's going to be fascinating to see. Has there been a boost for Kamala Harris? If not, this might have proved a difficult gamble, but it seems like for now it's paid off for the Democrats.
Still no endorsement from the Obamas, unless I've missed it. What's that all about, Trudy?
No, I think he has this idea, and he's done it for some time, that he doesn't want to weigh in before there's a final outcome. He wants to come in at the end and prove to be the kind of bringing together a unifying factor. I think at this point, though, now it would be fine to him to come out. There's no one else who's challenging her, is there? We saw the key top Democrats on the Hill today decide to put out their endorsement, that being Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. So we're starting to see even big Democrats come. But as you say, George Clooney's on board. He's a close ally of Barack Obama. He got back on the tent today. Interesting to see if Barack Obama is close behind. OK, just finally, the millions of dollars have continued to roll in. In fact, she's attracting more campaign funding than what Joe Biden even did. Yeah, big money coming in that first 36 hours, more than $100 million American dollars going to Kamala Harris. I did note, I just saw the Republicans are trying to put up a bit of a stink about the campaign funds that Joe Biden had already amassed and the fact that they're just going to be lumped over to Kamala Harris. They believe that that's against campaign finance laws. It's going to be a big cash grab, according to the Republicans. So fascinating to see how that plays out. The Kamala Harris campaign is already downplaying that, saying this is all above board. She was the vice president. He's handing the money over. He's endorsed her, but money is such a big thing in American politics, and no wonder they're already squabbling over that big pocket of money.
And of course, we'll hear from President Biden tomorrow, as I understand it.
Yeah, we will. Tomorrow night is the big primetime address here in America, his first opportunity to speak to the American people and, in his own words, lay out why he's not going to run again for president. We know we saw that written statement saying it's a good thing for the country and his party, but I'm fascinated to hear how he justifies it in his own words, because we know for so long he dug in and did not believe his Democrat colleagues when they say to him that he can't win this race. That's where he's landed now. So interesting to see how he frames it. But also, this is a legacy speech for Joe Biden. He's been in politics more than 50 years, and this man now, this could be the biggest speech of his entire career, his moment to define how he wants to be viewed by the American people. There's a lot of love for him in Democrat ranks after he did a pretty hard thing in politics, which is ending your own career for the good of the party. Not many people do that. Joe Biden has done it now after a fair bit of pressure, I'd have to say, but fascinating to see how that goes and if there's any missteps or misspeaks like we've been seeing in recent weeks.
Trudy McIntosh, great work as usual. I'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Steve.